Do you want to be married one day?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And what's your goal in dating?
To find someone that I can build with, who can uplift me as much as I'm uplifting them, and someone that I don't have to be the sole provider for, someone who can communicate with me.
So, do you want to be married one day?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And what's the goal, overall goal for dating right now?
The overall goal is just to see who's for me and who's not. I feel like as women, when we are excited about somebody, we kind of ignore a lot of the things that we should have seen from the beginning. And now I'm just paying more close attention to who really wants to be with me and who just wants to deal with me for the meantime. So that's where I'm at.
So it sounds like more you're dating with a purpose now.
Yes, I'm dating with a purpose.
Is
And if
the-
you don't know the purpose that I'm on, then we're not going to be on it.
Is the purpose right now marriage?
The purpose is marriage, but I don't want to think too far ahead. The purpose is marriage,
Okay.
of course, but the real purpose is just to find somebody that's genuine. And then when we have that genuine bond, it'll go from that until thinking into marriage and thinking about kids or whatever else comes up with the relationship. But my goal is just to find somebody genuine, because it's hard to find genuine people.
So, do you want to be married one day?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So, what's your goal in dating right now?
Ooh, right now, understanding. That's the goal, I think, because life is happening left and right every day. You never know. So I think I need to find some solid understanding. Yeah.
That's good. So, understanding of a person in particular, or just women in general, relationships.
Yeah, just women in general in relationships, because I know females already have, let me say women, already have like this persona and ideal of already the man that they want, but the man that they want necessarily comes like with different things, to have those things, you know what I'm saying? So, you want the man with the money and everything. All right, let me go to work, you know what I'm saying?
I would agree with that. So, I'm going to run through 5 traits. Let me know if these traits are attractive in a man or not.
Okay.
Okay, so the first trait is going to be a leader. It's a man got a 5-year plan. It's attractive.
Yeah.
What about being a good provider?
Yes.
Obviously.
Yeah.
You're asking dumb questions now. Okay. What about being a good protector?
Yes.
Okay. What about a man being decisive, being able to make decisions?
It depends on what are you indecisive about. So if you're indecisive about us, then yes, that'll be a problem. And I don't think that's a good trait. But if you're indecisive about a business plan or something to do with like any other extracurricular things, then I don't think anything is wrong with that, because everybody's indecisive every once in a while. So.
Gotcha. But if you think would it make a man more attractive if he was decisive? He got this business idea. He's going to do
it would, because that way, if you're the type of person that knows how to have a plan and stick to it, I will grasp onto that. So if I have a plan, I'm not gonna have any choice but to stick to it too, because I've seen that from you, and I want you to know that I can do that as well. Like I can do that if you show me how to do that. So
that actually goes into the next thing, which is being disciplined, and also being like kind of like a disciplinarian too. It's like, hey, you got this. Do you do music or is it poetry?
I do. I'm an artist. Period. I do photography, music, everything.
So if he was driving, hey, it's this convention you should go to. You got to get up. Let's go, and you're hitting the gym, hitting the goals, being like disciplinarian for himself and for you. Is that attractive?
It's very attractive, because that's actually what I want. I want a guy that knows when it's time to work out, knows when work is work, knows when family is family. That way that we can just all keep the same balance. And if you lead and you show me that, then I have no choice but to follow that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you're not gonna want to be with me.
A man is a leader. That attractive?
Yes.
A man that is a provider. Is that attractive? A man that is a good protector. A man that's a good decision maker. And a man that is good with discipline for himself and yourself is attractive.
Yeah.
You think and women find that attractive?
Oh, 100%. Got to. Unless, I'm saying I'm future and I don't have to do none of those things.
Right. Now, can you name any one of those 5 traits I just went through that doesn't require authority?
that doesn't require authority. I would say I feel like leadership doesn't require authority. You can be a leader without demanding something. If you have the aura of a leader, people will naturally follow. I feel like I'm a leader in my own way, and I don't have to be like, follow me for people to follow me. I'm just gonna be me. You're gonna see how I move, and you're gonna do that.
Wouldn't it be more? Wouldn't that be more like a trailblazer or just setting a good example versus a leader?
Yeah, but a leader could be somebody that's setting a good example. And a leader doesn't have to be mean, aggressive, unapproachable. That's not a leader. A leader is somebody that people can come and ask for advice, and you give them advice. You can have those authority times, but you don't have to come off as an aggressive person to be a leader.
Not saying they have to be like aggressive. It would be like having a good manager at work.
Yeah.
That knows how to talk to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know when to manage her, and you know when to calm it down.
That don't require authority. I think.
If any.
Okay. So I'm gonna throw a curveball at you. The provider one. So I actually know someone, one of my good friends. He's a stay-at-home dad. He doesn't, bring in the bread. That's the focus on the whole provider aspect is the money aspect. Right. So, but he doesn't bring home the bread, but he does. He still is a provider because he still, handles the home. You know what I'm saying, in his fullest. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Wife goes do what she needs to do, but she comes back, and he's still that man of the house. And it's no question, if, ands, or buts about it.
That's unique.
It blew my fucking mind. But I do think that aspect of whole money provides authority of. I don't think it should provide authority of telling somebody this is what you should do because I got the money. I don't think that should be a thing. I think it should be.
Let me ask you this: why should your kids listen to you then?
Oh, they should listen to me because first off, you came for me. I'm not. And first off, my kids, I ain't got none. But if my kids, they should listen to me because I'm not gonna steer you wrong. I'm whatever I'm telling you is for the betterment of you. So, but if you don't, we gonna have some issues, and with those issues come certain consequences.
Right. And would you say that they get to have more freedom once they're in their own house?
I feel like them getting out of the house is a certain freedom that will be definitely earned. I don't believe I'm gonna be one of those parents that be like 17, 18, you got to go. You got to get the hell up out of here. I think I'm gonna just be like, hey, you straight? Can you? The goal in life is to be able to sustain your damn life or grow. You know what I'm saying? So literally, can you handle yourself out here?
Right.
Yeah? I got you. Go ahead.
And let me ask you this one. So do you think if parents don't financially provide for kids, that they should have less say in the kid's life?
I think the parent is definitely the system, they put it in the ways of like the parent is still gonna be the parent regardless if they're doing good or bad. You know what I'm saying? Until like it's just noticeable, you know what I'm saying? Or like the child's life is in danger or something, that's when it's only like noticeable. But definitely it needs to be man, that's tough. That's tough.
Perfect. And can a man be a good husband or a good spouse without having one of those things?
He can, because I feel like as humans we're not created perfect, so I feel like you're not going to be 100% in every area, but if you're able to find a partner that can help you grow and build in those areas, then y'all will work that out together.
Gotcha. And so he can be. So we talked about it before. So he has to have some type of skill in each area, though, right?
Yeah.
So he doesn't have to be perfect, but he has to be able to. He at least got to be average.
Right. You gotta be average.
At least average in those things. Cool. So if a man doesn't have one of those 5 traits, do you think a woman would still consider him a good man? If he couldn't lead, if he couldn't make decisions, if he was undisciplined, if he was not a good protector, can he be missing one of those? So don't have to be perfect and everything.
Yeah.
But if he was completely missing one of those, could he still be a good man?
So I'm gonna put it this way. It doesn't necessarily it shouldn't make him unattractive, but missing one of those key aspects in life and having one of those moments like pop up. Let's say you had to like provide some security for your woman and you couldn't. Niggas lose every day. Niggas lose every day. So like if you was that dude that lost and you couldn't, that conversation back home, hey babe, I tried.
That's a hard conversation.
That's a tough combo.
So I'm going to the gym.
So like that's the thing. So like that it don't necessarily make them unattractive. It just deletes certain aspects. Like it just removes them from certain categories.
Okay. Well then here's
it just knocks them down a couple tiers.
Okay. So it would be less valuable to women without those.
100%.
Got it. So here's another question. So you do you work full time at full-time job?
Yeah. Well, I'm a full-time entrepreneur.
Perfect. Let me say, if Uber was the only way that you could make money, now and in the future, would you feel financially secure? That was the only thing that you could do.
All right, am I driving Uber or am I like a stakes on it? Okay, I ain't got no stakes in it. All right. So,
would you feel secure if that was it?
I mean, it depends how much. Like if the hustle and bustle. Like if I'm Ubering every day, yeah, I'll be solid. I feel like I can make a lot, in and out. I can pick up like 12 niggas a day. You know what I'm saying? Like 30. That sound like a lot, but I feel like I can do it.
Have you ever driven Uber before?
Nah,
it's rough.
it's rough. Okay.
They pay 85 cents a mile. Well, they pay 85. They charge 85 cents a mile, but they take 25% of that.
I drive a truck, so I can't do that. I can't do that.
If Uber was your only source of income, you couldn't make money any other way, would you feel financially secure now and in the future?
If Uber was my only income, absolutely not.
Got. But it gives a lot more freedom though, right? You can come and go, you can start when you want, you can stop when you want, the days you want to work, you can wear what you want to wear, you can kind of live your life. It's versatile, like it's different from like a traditional job where you got a lot less freedom. They care about what you're wearing, they care about what you got on your social media. They care about the company you keep at the job, away from the job, right?
They care about everything.
Tattoos, everything. They care about everything. And so they care about how you wear your hair. They care about what clothes you wear, who you associate with off the job, your social media, all those things, right? You're trading like stability, that freedom for the stability and the income, right? So would it be fair to say, like right now, like you enjoy your freedom, right? And you don't want anyone telling you, hey, do this, do that, right?
That's exactly why I'm not a 9 to 5 girl. I hate authority.
Right? And so, yeah, because as a grown woman, it sounds like you don't want anybody telling you what to do, right?
Precisely.
Now, so is it fair to say, in your personal life, you chosen to date more like Uber than like taking a 9 to 5 job? For example, because if you were with if you dated a man, he's going to be more like a traditional job, right?
Yeah.
He's going to care about your social media. He's going to care about what you wear when you're with him, when you're not with him. He's going to care about tattoos. He's going to care about your hair, the friends you keep. And a man is like a job. Where Uber is more, you have more freedom, right? Is it fair to say that you have chosen more to date like Uber versus having?
If I had to pick which one I've dated more, I would say I would dated the Uber driver more. I feel like I have. Well, let me think back on it.
Just in general, you have to be kind of on your P's and Q's for a traditional job, right? And so, would it be fair to say that most women want freedom in their relationships?
Freedom? Yes.
Okay. Now, and
I don't know. Let me say this. I know women, from my experience, I've seen that women have this trait where they want freedom, but they want to have a tether to their dude. You know what I'm saying? They want to be like, all right, I want to be able to leave the house. You know what I'm saying? Do this all, but I still want you to check on me just so I know you thinking about me, type deal. You know what I'm saying? So I'd be like, okay, cool, that's interesting. All right.
Yeah, sometimes it conflicts.
Yeah, right? Definitely.
But it's the trade-off. So would it be fair to say most women today want more freedom, more independence today in the relationship? than they used to, let's say 50 years ago?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Now, and as a woman, do you you think that you should have full autonomy over what you dress, how you dress, where you go, things like that?
It depends on the man. If he's okay with his woman dressing like that, or if he got her like that, then. But if he's the type that likes a conservative woman, he's gonna pick a conservative woman. If you want a woman, not all women are against men or heavy feminists. Not all women are like that. And some women are still trainable for the men that want to train women, but some of them are still trainable and want to have that standard. Not all women are out here on OnlyFans or just being naked for no reason.
Right.
The social media shows that, but not all women are like that.
100%. Now, would it be fair to say that that today in dating, most ladies they choose to do more like the Uber style dating, where it's less stability but more freedom, versus dating a man, which like a traditional guy is gonna he's gonna care about what you wear, care about your hair, care about tattoos. He's gonna care about who you associate with, just like a traditional job. Would it be fair to say women are like picking to be more free and independent, so kind of dating like their Uber?
I would say if you're speaking for a young woman that doesn't know what a man is, then she's gonna want a man that's free and lets her do and dress however she wants. But a woman that is that's mature and that wants husband material, your qualities are gonna be different from somebody that you're just dealing with on the side or something. If you want stability, you're gonna have to change the way you think about a dude. So maybe when I first started dating, I dated a guy for, oh, you got nice shoes, or you look good, or we only go on like regular dates. But now I'm dating a guy for, okay, what can we both bring to the table? Are we trying to build? Do you want a family soon? I want a family. What are your religious beliefs? What are mine? So the mindset changes with age. Some don't, but most of the time you can't expect, just like a young man, you can expect 22-year-old women, 22-year-old men to have the mindset of marriage, especially in this society today.
I think though today, most women are choosing more like versus dealing with a guy and giving them like all this type of authority. You think most women in general dating more like Uber versus dating the traditional kind of thing?
Most women generally now, no, they still going to the traditional. But women like me is going to the Uber. Yeah. But most women are doing the traditional still.
Well, today, do you think women think that men should have authority over them?
No.
So if
that's where the lines get blurred.
Well, this is the big question then. So if all of those traits that women want require the person to have authority, how can women find a good man if they're not willing to give that authority?
Yeah. Okay, that's a tricky question. I mean, I feel like as women, at the end of the day, as women, we have to recognize that men are not just placed here to take care of us. We're also supposed to take care of our men as well. So you have to be able to have a push and pull. Like both of you have to be able to be willing to take authority, but a man also has to be willing to take authority from a woman as well. And a woman has to be secure with their man as much as a man needs to be secure with their woman. So at the end of the day, both need to be able to have authority, but both need to be able to take that authority. Or also, what's the word I'm looking for? Like women are considered submissive. A lot of women now are on the I'm independent, you feel me? So that's where they want a man that's secure and has all those traits, but they still want that independence, they still want that. So I feel like it just has to be a compromise.
Do you think it can be both? Because, like, for example, that job, right? To have that job, the reason why it can provide that type of that stability those traditional jobs can give is because they come with all those rules. They come with all that structure.
Right.
So men are all about structure. Men want to come in and set up rules.
Yeah.
Ladies are more free-spirited than men in general.
True.
So when men come in and say, hey, we want this rule, this rule, this rule, right now it's like, hey, I don't want that authority. I don't want that. So women are rejecting the 9-to-5 job, which is a man, and they're going over here to Uber, but they still want the benefits. What would you say to an Uber driver that complains that they don't get paid, that complains they don't have the stability of a 9-to-5 job? What would you tell them?
What I tell them? I would just say, hey, like, work harder, cause as an entrepreneur myself, I already know like it's gonna be downs and because you don't have that stability, you don't have authority, you kind of making every decision on your own. I lifted and I Ubered, and it was never enough to pay my bills unless I was Ubering and lifting all day like a 9 to 5. You see what I'm saying? So I mean, I feel like I would tell an Uber driver just stay disciplined, but you also have to have multiple hustles. If you're gonna be the Uber driver, you need to have something else outside of Uber. If you're gonna be an entrepreneur, you need to have more than one.
And switching that example back to dating, I think that's why a lot of people are not as faithful as they used to be as well, because they got multiple streams of income.
Yeah, you feel me? Exactly. Multiple streams of income, and that's a problem. And we relating jobs. No, see, it's not the same.